All right, man. We back.
We back up. Yeah, we back up in here. I know it's been a minute, but it is what it is, and it is what it was, and it was what it should be.
And just so you guys know that we're not just goofing off over here. Personally, I have had some changes in my work schedule, and they're affecting a couple of days this week or during the week now. So we may have to figure out some other time or some other kind of something to get around that. But either way, this is still Savage AF.
Yeah, we still Savage.
We are still your host. I am Black Pedro,
and I am not sure anymore. No, okay. I'm Shang, comedian Shang. But I mean, I'm Shang. I'm Shang first. I was me before I was a comedian. But yo, we're normally here for you 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But some things change and rearrange, and that's how the world goes. Damn it. Also, this is something that's very important. What do you say? Back up, Demani Jones already coming in hot. What do you mean back off vacation? There wasn't no vacation. There was stuff going on. God damn it.
No, he said he's back off of his vacation.
He's back off vacation. Oh, you were arrested again. Hey man, it happens.
Hey brother, stay. Hey,
you know what?
And sober, and you will be all right.
I mean, I can relate.
Like Shane said, man, we're usually Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live on YouTube, Facebook, and on the Instagrams. Now we're having some trouble connecting with Shang's Instagram, and I don't know.
Oh no, I was flagged. I can't even go live.
Oh, okay, so he can't go live, but I do have some peeps over on Instagram. Denise Stewart Hollins, I see Scoop 7, Nicole Sadler, Donald.
And y'all better follow
everything. Follow us on everything. Listen, if you ever miss us live, okay, if you ever miss us live, that's your fault. We gave you so many options. But scrolling at the bottom of the screen is redemption in the form of our YouTube channel. There we have all of our shows archived, youtube.com/c/SavageAFWorld. When you get there,
use your common knowledge and sense to do this. Click the bell. Make sure you click the bell because it's very important because it lets you know when we will be coming on. And if you don't click the bell, then you don't know. You don't get the alert. And if you don't get the alert, then all of a sudden somebody runs out the weeds. They pop you, and then they put you in a van, and then they put you in a van and take you down to Tijuana, and then they sell you into a sex slave market, and then you got to do a fighting tournament. I mean, it turns really bad. So it's
that definitely escalated quickly.
So I just don't want y'all to go through that. Okay, there's a lot of people that used to be followers of ours just got back in America. Okay, and a lot lost at the fighting tournaments. The thing is, it's a sex ring / fighting tournament. So yeah, if you lose the fight, guess what happens?
Wow, I really don't want to know. Listen, if you've been speaking of fights and whatever, some people get into fights on Instagram and then they get kicked off. So
hey man, no, whoa. I didn't get it. Was something
I told you going back and forth with these people.
No, I know, I agree with you on that. But they apparently myself and Godfrey both are which he just lost 800,000.
I saw he has to build a new account.
And but shout out to Godfrey for getting on Club Shay Shay. I thought he did a good job, even though Country Wayne is coming at him hard, and he didn't even say anything bad about Country Wayne. But I guess he took it the wrong way. But I big upped black women, and it was seen as racist, and it wasn't racist. For some reason, if we big ourselves up, if we are like saying something positive about ourselves, it's seen as racist towards other people. Whereas if we say negative stuff about black people, they shine a light on it.
Just to clarify, did you happen to say anything like black women are beautiful, especially compared to these milk monkey cracker whores?
Hey man, so
I mean,
Savage
I'm just
AF.
saying because if you had said it like
I'm
that,
just saying, man.
then
No, well, no, I did make a comparison
okay.
of you know the collagen. I was on the live and they no, I saw the little alert on the thing when you go to your thing. Uh, you know what happens is people get in their feelings and complain. You know, people get in their feelings and complain.
Well, here on this show, we say, fuck your feelings, facts matter,
Yeah,
baby.
how about that?
Yeah. And speaking of feelings, when people catch them, you get kicked off of Instagram. You end up on Facebook because they don't care or really have rules.
Well, Facebook, yeah, well, or Facebook. We're not on X. We're no longer on LinkedIn. But and the people that like were like, oh, you shouldn't have said that, Shang. Well, you know what?
I always turn my head to the side. Like, God,
Because that, yeah. Imagine getting kicked across the world. That,
yeah. Listen, on Facebook, look us up, Savage, and you can look up to Savage A dot F dot. That's how you want to look us up there. Savage A dot F dot. And then most importantly on Instagram as well. Follow at Black Pedro, at Comedian Shang. It is impossible to have a career without a gajillion followers on Instagram or the tickety talk or whatever. I don't do the tickety
well,
talk.
while the tickety talks around, because I'm gonna tell you,
While it still exists.
it might
Which
be a wrap
which
soon.
we
It
didn't
might be
get
a
a
wrap
chance
soon.
to talk about either, but we could throw that in later this week. But listen, man, Savage AF, fuck your feelings. Facts matter, guys. Okay. By the way,
Yeah.
tonight, and you can go to my Instagram at Black Pedro in my bio. I got the chicks link. It's going down at the Miracle Theater. And listen, for all the comics
Dun,
out
dun,
there,
dun.
they have started a and shout out Dove Rudnick, but Dove has started an open mic, which starts at 7 p.m. tonight at the Miracle Theater, the legendary Miracle Theater in Inglewood, California, right downtown. So you know, even the comics, you can come out early. People come out early. We're in the M Bar out front in the lounge. Nice bars over there. Nice cocktails. Good old time. Great lineup tonight too. So I know Trey Love is gonna be there. Erica Rhodes. So yeah, we're looking forward to that, man. So yeah, tonight, Miracle Theater, 7 o'clock, doors open. Let's go.
Yeah. So make sure you go down and see. For the people that haven't seen Pedro live, you will be really surprised how funny he is and quite the snappy dresser.
Bright colors attract the girls. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I'm
Listen,
just gonna put that out there.
it's
No,
called
but no,
peacocking.
but make sure you go check it out live now. And also, if you happen to be in Tampa, Florida this weekend, I'll be at the Funny Bone. I'll be at the Funny Bone the 29th and 30th, 4 shows. So if you happen to know anybody that's in the Tampa Bay Area, no, that's actually the Yay area is
a whole other bay.
different bay. Make sure you come out. I will not be holding the mic like a gun at you. It's just that's what I was feeling that day.
I see Cindy over on Instagram. She said I'm hilarious. So yeah, even if y'all don't think I am, Cindy does. Over on YouTube, I see Lady Hazel May, Maya Baker, Damani Jones.
Damani Jones in the building. Breezy J.
Now see, Lady Hazel May is she's intelligent, right? You could tell sometimes when she's sober. She says, "I say something about every race in the convenience of my car." It's a good play. Everybody can be racist by themselves.
Well, I wasn't saying anything bad about the white women or the White Walkers. I wasn't saying anything like that. What happens is there's a even on TikTok, there's a coalition of women. I forget the name of them. They go from they try to get pages flagged and taken down. No, it's like a crew. It's not Karen's. There's something else, and yeah, so.
All right, Cindy's in the YouTube building as well. All right, man. Let's get into a show, Shang.
Yeah. Yep.
Look at the Shang show.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, man. It's Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings, facts matter. We're gonna talk about it. It is Tuesday, March 26, 2024, in the time-space continuum. Black Pedro comedian Shang. We're gonna end with a Shangri today. Candace, and I think y'all know who we talking about. Candace cannot come back to the cookout. I'm not sure she's ever been to one, but we gonna see. Black Seas, I see why. Before we get into that, I'm gonna give y'all some kind of Black Pedro popping, but I'm gonna be I don't know what that is. It's gonna pop into my head.
Gonna pop. It's gonna be a real pop in.
It's gonna pop into my head. Yo, what's up, Noop? But before we get into that, one question for you. Diddy? Prolly Did. Yeah, they raided 2 of your boys' homes. Oh, can't stop. More money, more problems. You know what I'm saying? Sean Combs. We're going to talk about that. But before we get into that, we will be talking about Over Troubled Waters as a major Maryland bridge collapse due to a major collision. That's a big situation, but we'll talk about it. But before we get into that, man, Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. And you know what? I didn't officially label it this, but when I heard the story and what they done did for your boy, I said,
motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
This is a discount. As in, I'm counting how many times they dissing the fuck out of the justice system.
There is no justice system.
Dumpty,
there is no justice system.
$456 million bond due like on Friday or whatever, or Monday or yesterday actually, had his bond reduced to $175 million. Now listen, I know we all have a couple $100 million or two.
Right. I mean, I personally have at least 5 billion Shang bucks.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not paying none of y'all, just like I told you. And this is a prime example of why I'm not paying y'all. Not only is he going to get off of every count. I'm not talking about the E. Jean Carroll thing. I'm not talking about that. He's going to be president, unfortunately, because you evil Caucasians and you duped ass coon cage ass niggas is going to vote for him.
Sorry. Yeah. No, you know, Cindy keeps her millions in her mattress. I'm sure we all got a few laying around, but the reality is, $175 million.
That's a hell of a discount.
It's probably a lot of money to a lot of us, but it's a hell of a reduction from $456 million, which we were all looking for to break that motherfucker's bank to, you know, so Letitia could just.
Now it's still in place. It is still in place, though.
Oh yeah. I know the total payout amount is, but the amount he needs to bond has been seriously reduced. And, you know, you guys know me. I usually don't play this game like, well, anybody else would have had to. But like everybody now is like, well, look, this is ridiculous. Like nobody gets this kind of treatment. Like, god damn, like you know, like start penalizing this motherfucker. Stop you know, coddling this bitch, yo.
Well, no, but you got to see, even if you look at the judge down in the Florida case that is extending stuff.
Aileen Cannon.
Eileen Cannon is slow walking it, trying to delay, and that's what when he wins. And when I heard this, it just made me not want to even ever do. I wanted to quit the show because I thought there's no use. I want to quit everything because I
just stop life.
Just it's no use, man. Because every time we think we got him, we don't got him, and I'm completely. And I'm sorry for our white listeners. This is some white shit. Come on. Nobody black with that many things going against them would be able to get off.
Breezy JJ says this is dumb fuckery. She's got a whole other name for it. But what it really is, it's like breathing room and pressure off of Trump. Now he doesn't have to sell as much ass to some either foreign entity or nefarious corporate, you know, conglomerate or whatever it is. But
he still has to sell ass though, right?
I mean, yeah, you know, he's always been for sale, but now, you know, he's in some serious debt. But I will say this, because like, you know, there is a lot going on. And like you said, Shane, you know, a black man with this much shit against him, wouldn't be getting away with this shit. But we do have an April 15th start date for the Manhattan DA Allen Bragg trial against Trump for the hush money case. And
and I think that's going to probably get pushed back.
Well, I mean, again, just to clarify what that one's about for people. Well, I mean, it's the trial date is set for April 15th. So, and they're thinking that might wrap up by like May, early June. But this is the situation where Trumpty Dumpty used campaign funds to write hush money checks to Stormy Daniels and I think one other chick during the midst of the 2016 campaign.
And he hit it.
Oh, yeah. I believe 2016. Yeah, and so Allen Bragg's actually not getting in for misuse of campaign funds though, because what Trump did is then he falsified business documents to cover up the misuse of campaign funds. So Allen Bragg is actually going after Trump for like fraudulent business practices rather than misuse of campaign funds. But
the other thing is that he did, other than people moral. This is why the evangelicals and the Bible and all you fake ass Christians all want to punch right in your gut, right in the gut, just a gut punch. Like, hey, good morning, ugh! Right in the gut. What about the moral stance you try to take and say this man is a God and God was sent here? You know, his wife was pregnant while he was fucking the porn stars. I don't know if you know that or not.
No, that's why he hid that. That's what this case hinges on.
No, but what I'm saying is his moral stance when they try to say that he's a man of God. I just want to smack
but what I'm saying is we didn't know that at the time because he paid hush money to the porn star while the wife was pregnant.
And if he gets off now, they said it should be pretty much cut and dry. But the problem is they're using his lawyer and saying, well, his lawyer is a known liar, and but what else does he have to lose? He's already went to jail. His lawyer already went to jail. Already lost everything. Cohen is coming in bringing the receipts. So that's why I don't understand what what stance does his defense have? But his defense obviously have been doing good. They moved it back a month. They dumped a whole bunch of documents on the DA to say, hey, we forgot about the 30,000 pages. My bad. And they do all that stuff. And it just keeps making me not have faith in nothing. I don't have faith in the justice system from the door because they always are double standard fuck faces. But man, Pedro,
something, Shane.
Man, I ain't got faith in nothing, man. I done lost faith in everything, brother. No, I mean, come on. They dropped the money. They dropped the money that much, and they gave him 10 days. Here, not only don't you have to pay it, here's you know what? Here's some parting gifts. Here's some candy. I mean, come on, man. Here's some extra diapers.
I see people jumping in over on Instagram. Wolfie Edie. Oh, Chewy 1911. What up, Nope? Afrofuturism, Blitzum River. Just know that we are over on YouTube too. We have a whole community and of people over there. Let me see.
And make sure you follow at Black Pedro on my page, and when I get back up, and Comedian Shang. If you're on IG, follow me, Comedian Shang. No, I think that.
But here's the trick out about them dropping the money is that right before that, he was bragging that he had the money.
Right. So he lied under oath because he did say he had it. So
he said he had the cash.
Why don't they get in for lying under oath? They don't. They're going to let this man go because I hate to say it. I'm saying it. White America don't want to see this dude go down. It's half the country, not half the country, a big portion of the country that are absolutely delusional. They're absolutely out of their fucking mind. If you look at some of the interviews with some of these Trump supporters, they don't give a fuck. One dude said, I mean, if he killed a dude, if he shot my mother right in the face, I'd be like, Mama, what did you do? What did you do?
Now, you know, the truest Trump supporters are honestly
Crazy.
They're a small group, right? Like they're not a huge.
No, they're not.
America.
That's not true.
They're not a huge portion of America.
What are you talking about?
No, like MAGA?
They're a huge portion. MAGA's a huge portion. Not only are they a huge portion, but yes, they are.
They keep losing. Okay, like
no, that's not true.
What do you mean that's not true?
Okay, so they lost.
Name the MAGA contestants who won.
So lost. Yeah, so they lost in 2016, 20.
No, they didn't lose in 16. They lost.
20,
18, 20, 22, and they're about to lose again.
They're not going to lose. And I think they're going to take over the Senate and the House. And then after that, they're going to come in your house.
The House keeps losing, motherfucker. They only have a 1-vote majority now,
but
because these motherfuckers are resigning.
I just watched them on the board. What's his name? That's always on the board. He said that the only way the Republicans, the only way the Republicans can lose is if they all eat each other. That's the only way.
I doubt if he said that.
It sounded like what he said, though.
He usually uses more statistically sound measures.
If one of them starts to chew on another, it becomes a chew chain, and that's the only way they're gonna lose. And how does this man, and also these fucking the fucking, they came in, they don't even give you a reason why they dropped it. They don't even give you the reason. Why did you drop it that drastically? Why did you give them 10 days? No answer. Fuck them and fuck their family in their face.
I think they didn't want to. I think that the courts didn't want to be the ones to kind of initiate basically a seizure of Trump's properties,
because they bitches. Anybody else, they take your shit.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, nobody wants to be the one to like really kick, except for these black women and a couple of brothers as well. But
did you see what Lady Hazel made? Listen, you hussy.
Are you an in the closet Republican?
Okay, no, I'm not an in the closet Republican. I'm telling you, and plus, I'm just telling you how America works, because I've been here a long time, and I'm telling you, they're going to let this man slide, just like they've been letting him slide all his life, because rich and powerful people. This is the double standard of America. Rich and powerful people. Anybody else would have had to cough up that fucking money. Get up off that loot. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. That's what would have happened. This is bullshit. Them dropping it shows it. And this is why I hate everything. And people say, you hate America, you want to leave. I hate some family members. They still my family. I ain't going nowhere. Fuck you. Somebody told me that in one of the feeds. You don't like this country because of the way we do things. Why don't you leave? All right, bitch. You don't like the way shit is going. Then why don't you leave? They always ask us to leave, but they don't want. You don't like the shit. You don't want to always bitch it. Then leave, bitch. Go make Whitopia. You fucks.
It's Europe, dude. What are you talking about? It's Russia.
That's Whitopia.
That's why they're into it. But we'll see how this plays out. But the next thing we're looking up for is April 15th. That's the start of another trial for Trumpy Dumpty.
How many trials does he have? I know he has so many.
Currently on the docket, all of them.
Yeah.
But speaking of trials, the Maryland area, Baltimore, and the nation is going through some tribulations right now. So I guess it was overnight. A huge cargo ship carrying like 10,000 containers seems to have suffered a power loss.
Yeah,
they were apparently reporting power issues prior to the crash, and with all of the worst luck in the world, ended up crashing into one of the major support columns of the Key Bridge, which is a major part of Baltimore's commute, connecting two different parts of the city. It's used by the docks in order to for cargo shipping, so that it's a major import-export outlet for the entire country, not just that region. And most importantly, there are 6 people reported missing. We savage AF, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it. And with all due respect, we have probably lost those lives too. That has not been officially announced. So I'm not announcing it, but I'm gonna say that if you were on a car or in a car that was on that bridge when it collapsed, if you see any video, that's not it. That's from an old earthquake, I believe, in the Bay Area. But
but it just looked cool. So
but no, this, I mean, it doesn't. If you watch video of the actual incident, like, you can see cars and semi trucks, passing over the bridge, just seconds before this ship hits. So those people were lucky. Also, moves were made as soon as the distress went out to limit the traffic and block off traffic from coming onto the bridge as much as possible. But for anybody who may have still been on the bridge when that collapsed, I seriously doubt that at this point you would have been able to survive. It's like 32 degrees out there. The water's freezing. The fall alone, I mean, while they are still in an active search and rescue,
let's put out some good vibes and say, I hope they find some people alive that were on the bridge. Also, I hope that they can get the bridge back up and running. I think that
no, bro. This is a complete. There's no bridge left. So, like, they're going to start. They might be able to keep the foundations of the main pillars, but, like, this is going to be. It took 5 years to build that bridge the first time. So, I mean, this is not there's no quick fix for this.
But the way they do,
I feel you, Breezy JJ. There's no way.
No, the reason I think they can, which I was surprised, they said it would be 6 months to a year for an explosion that would happen here. I think it was on the 405, and they got that back up faster than, because of the technology now. They can do stuff faster.
No, that was like a freeway overpass compared to this, bro. This is a mile-long bridge.
Yeah, I just think that they can do it. I think that they're going to Tony Stark that shit. I really do think they're going to do it.
I mean, like, in all seriousness, this is a major catastrophe. That's not.
No, I'm not joking. When I say Tony Stark, that's what people say when you fix stuff fast. They say, "Yo, Tony Stark that shit," and I'm thinking that they really will be able to fix it.
No, you're wrong, dog. What's fast to you?
Fast? A year.
Shane, that's like impossible, bro.
Hey, man.
Bro, my degree's in architecture. Like, bro, it's physically impossible for humans at this point to build a bridge like that in a year. Like, it is impossible. There's nowhere in the world a bridge like that spans that distance.
I think you gotta have
not one that works. Like, if you want Boeing to do that shit for you and have the door pop off that motherfucker, then fine. But a safe bridge, no, dog. Unless you're gonna make that motherfucker out of rope.
Hey, first off, I don't appreciate y'all.
Yeah, where do you get your edibles from?
Hey,
bro, this is made. No, seriously. I took one of my favorite classes at Princeton was bridges and structures, bro. Like, I actually spent a whole semester studying bridges, various types. You know what I mean?
But the world is a different place now.
Yeah, true. You see me flexing my architecture degree. one of my noobs is over on it. Like, bro, I'm telling you, this is not.
I disagree with you. Hey, man, let's agree to disagree. I think that the ingenuity and the technology and the AI now, which is changing the game pertaining to construction. I'm just letting you know the deal. That is absolutely the truth. That I think that they can actually rebuild it if they put the money into it and they do what they got to do. I'm just telling you, I think it could be done within a year to 2 years max. Because
see, now he added another year. See,
maybe,
this is how it goes.
Look, maybe three. I mean, I'm saying
within a decade, they're gonna get this done, baby.
I'm just saying. 20 years minimum.
Listen. First of all, clearing out the wreckage is that's a month or two. Investigations, figuring out digging cars and bodies out of the water, containers.
I'm not saying it's going to be a short, easy fix. I'm saying the bottom line is it's a different ball game, and I have seen the way that they build things now. Uh, I know you have your architecture. I dabbled. Okay, I didn't do architecture, but I did do technical drawings, and I did. By the way, I'm gonna have to flex. I did do the robots that cleaned the 3 Mile Island in Pittsburgh. I actually did the technical drawings for those. So
Hey,
I
there
don't
you
mean
go.
to, I don't want to put that out there, but we have the technology. We can. I think we can do it. I think it can be done.
YT says, Pedro, do you know how the Japanese build bridges? I
Okay.
don't know exactly how, but I'm
Well,
sure
why
it's
don't you
better
tell
than
them,
us.
White T?
I'm sure it's better than us. Okay, so maybe it's not humanly possible. Maybe there is a place where they could build a mile-long bridge over water. Um, um, a steel structure of that magnitude.
What they do is they build it before they do they and then they fly it in, and they fly it in, and then the only thing is the supports. So the supports are going to be a bitch, and also the cleanup, and like you said, finding people. Hopefully some people lived. I'm saying I just think that the technology is a different ball game now, and I know you have a architecture degree, but I just feel like I've seen them build shit way faster now. And but it's also they got to have the monies ready to go, because
I mean, and
that's a
also,
major structure.
yeah, I mean, and we'll talk about the effects in a second. But Lady Hazelmay says they build shit too fast in America. That's why I referenced Boeing. A few weeks ago, John Oliver did a great piece on them. But like, uh, we don't want to get into putting something like this together too fast or whatever. I'm not even saying that series of words. It just sounds like robot porn. YG says a bridge girder erection mega machine. Yeah, that was my nickname in high school, motherfucker.
Yeah. A lot of you ladies, I know you got moist when he just told you about that, didn't you? Yeah, you ladies love the bridge girder erection mega machine.
Now I have people over on Instagram who seem to agree with your I'm
Who?
gonna put this up on the screen here, who seem to disagree with your engineering assessment. Black C says Shang dabbling with no bridge support. This Negro is dabbling nonsense.
Hey, you know what? Blackies or black.
That's frat over there, It's a wise man.
I don't give a fuck.
And he Trini too, and I know you're Jamaican.
Why? Listen, boy. No, I'm telling you that you don't. Okay, so why don't you just answer this? You're gonna tell me they don't build stuff faster than they used to, and when they did build that bridge, that the technology now is much more advanced pertaining to building it is better now than it was before. Yes or no?
Yeah. I mean, when you say better than before, then yeah,
Yes.
like technology.
It took them 5
advances.
years. The stuff that takes 5 years before does not take 5 years now.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
a
What is
project.
that noise?
No. Yeah, I mean, this is just like, this is a big ass bridge. Like it's over a mile long. Like it's just a lot. It's a lot. Now, maybe if they decide to build a suspension bridge instead, maybe I'm not sure of the various construction times between these bridges, but
Wait a minute. Okay.
YT said Shang is right. Erection technology is through the roof. See, I think YT is making dick jokes and just
I think you're a dick joke.
I really don't. I'm not, because your YT ain't never said nothing architectural on this show.
Okay, well, okay, so let's put it this way then. Okay, I hear you. I'm just saying that I think that one is tragic. Let's go there. Two, the dig out removal is going to be a bitch. But I think that if they jump on it now, and they get like you said in Japan, literally the bullet train. I saw the documentary on it. It blew my mind. One of the bullet trains fucked up, and they had to rebuild, messed up a whole part of the track, like miles and miles and miles. And what they did was, as soon as it happened, they started building new track, new formations, new train. Had the bitch back up in a year and a half. I mean, perfect, working perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you know,
That was in Japan.
and you know, and this is, I think, European and a lot of Asian societies have. I mean, this is why Biden, the infrastructure bill was so important, because other nations have put so much more time and money into
Lot more money.
their infrastructure systems, especially regarding mass transit of individuals, not just, you know, goods. So we're behind in that sense. I know Lady Hazel May says 3D printing, but on this scale, America is not able to 3D print a bridge.
Then you know what they should do?
They might be able to do parts and blah blah blah, but like,
you know what? Unfortunately, you know what do they do? Hey, go to another country that does it better than us and buy it.
You can't build a bridge in another country.
No, what I'm saying is, no, I didn't say go buy the bridge. I'm saying have those people that work with that kind of technology or at that scale, bring them here.
So now you just brought a bunch of foreigners in to work jobs that were meant for Americans.
Yes, I did.
Infrastructure bill. So
if they're better than us,
that's not gonna work. No. Okay. So first of all, shout out. Here's another layer to this, because you know I do see that this is going to be a problem that will most likely in the near future for a while affect the supply chain. Like I said, the ship had tens of thousands of crates on it. And who knows what's in there, from medical supplies to technology and whatnot. So we'll see how this affects the chain nationally. But on a positive note, and shout out to the local leadership there. But locally, this disaster is being led by two Black men. A young brother who is the mayor of Baltimore, who, and I'm sorry his name is escaping me right now, but I'm sure somebody will chime in.
People in the feed help us out.
Yeah. And then you know, and he was, you know, the main one reminding everybody that you know, we got to think about these people that we have lost first. Black C says bureaucracy and red tape has this project out for 3 or more years easily. I could easily agree with that they won't even be able to start major construction for another year, bro. But also on the state level, I think only the third Black person to be a Black man to be a mayor. I mean, I'm sorry, a governor.
Governor
is Wes Moore, who's also the brother of a good friend of mine from college. But these are two Black men in the national spotlight now, along with you know, Pete Buttigieg, who's the transportation.
But the bottom line is, I think that you deal with the laws first, you deal with the cleanup, you deal with all of that, the red tape and bureaucracy. I just feel like they're gonna have to speed that shit up.
This wasn't in the infrastructure budget. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know,
it's gonna be $1 billion. It's gonna be close to $1 billion.
But one thing that Governor Moore did talk about was, you know, that there was a lot of, you know, not just outreach from the White House, but outreach from, you know, philanthropic avenues, you know, both on the individual and corporate level. So it seems like there'll be an effort to pitch in because it is necessary. It's all linked, right? Like, again, I could see why corporations or magnates might want to put some money in on this bridge to make sure it gets put back up again, because it will affect the supply chain. It is a major
and I think because of that. And by the way, we got some real petty, as Lady Hazel May is petty.
Don't do that. Get out of here with that, lady.
I'm just saying that was
doing his job.
Okay, but what I'm saying is it would be in the best interest of the people, that the big money people, to make sure that this moves forward safely and effectively and fast as possible. That's what I'm saying. So it's a combination of everything. But when it comes down to the nuts and bolts, and I don't mean the nuts and bolts, but when it comes down to the actual building of things, the reason I said that is when I saw the documentary on this bullet train, I was stunned how fast they were doing it.
That's though. We don't do that in America. We talking about America though. You're like, but in Turkey they can, nigga, that ain't got nothing to do.
You don't think that America?
Merlin, okay?
You don't got no faith. First off,
and
man,
that doesn't
you
mean
got
America.
No faith. I know why you act like you do. You wear your burgundy little turtlenecks and you think you're better than us. No, okay. Well, not a turtleneck. It's a zip up. Whatever. It looked like a turtleneck to me. Whatever, man. Number one is burgundy, and then you know what? That goes against America. Crimson. All right, but you know crimson, that makes it worse. It goes against God and everything that the little children like.
What up,
okay,
though?
Okay, that's a cool shirt. Listen, and by the way, I'm working on trying to get you in this show with me in Detroit, man. I really want you.
Let's go. We're going back to the hood.
Yeah. So
But no, but here, but
you see, you don't see my point.
Well, only that. I mean, it's just highlighting what I, this cyclical conversation, which is, there are these places where they can build really, really fast and put things up, and they've been focusing on these engineering elements of their society for decades, right? And we have not, right?
Okay,
that's why outside of this catastrophe, we've had bridges collapsing, shit falling apart. That's why the infrastructure
what happened in Pennsylvania.
So the point is, while we have this ambition to move forward and improve America, it's necessary. So we were already behind a lot of other developed countries in the world in terms of infrastructure, right? So, and then this is like an added disaster on top of an already crumbling infrastructure, which is being addressed, but it's like, it's stress on an already stressed system.
Yeah, so it's definitely stress on an already stressed system, but it's time for everybody to get past the fucking red tape and all the bullshit and get it done. And especially in this situation, because both Baltimore and where it leads to, the bridge leads to, is going to suffer. Or they're going to have to come up with some creative ways to get around it.
Yeah, I mean, it connects two different parts of the city, and I'm not familiar with Baltimore like that, but like,
not only does
even just on the local level, just trying to get around your city, you know what I mean? Like, imagine
more difficult.
One of our major freeways was completely shut down or something in LA. It would exacerbate an already bad traffic situation. And then
Breezy JJ, I agree with you, and the loss of life. That's why I said address that first, and then address what needs to be done so we can move on and get it rebuilt.
And also, I would like to highlight that it does seem like some very sort of instantaneous reactions were set in place or in motion, I should say, to keep people off the bridge once they realized that this ship was, in distress and heading towards this bridge, that measures were taken to try and limit the number of cars that kept flowing onto it. So the potential loss of life could have been greater, it seems like. So we'll find some solace in that while also mourning the losses. They were able to pull 2 people out of the water as well.
Right, but you said there were 6 missing right now, and you're just going to call. I mean, maybe there's a possibility they did survive. So that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at it.
It seemed like you would have heard about that by now.
I know, but I mean,
the fall alone is.
I know.
Treacherous.
Okay, but I'll give you an example.
Trapped in your car
the reason I say I agree with you, but I can disagree from this standpoint. When I look at what happened with 9/11, when you look at what happened with 9/11, they were digging people out that they thought there's no fucking way that they'd live, and they actually did find some people alive, beat up, and but alive. And so that's why I'm saying there's a possibility hopefully they can find those people. And by the way, Lady Hazel May, the bullet trains that they're trying to do, and they're also trying to do one from Los Angeles to, which is, they said it costs, it would be $7 billion to Vegas. Yeah.
But it's going to start off in Barstow or Bakersfield. I think it's Bakersfield first, but Miu, welcome to it, says they are presumed dead per the local news. Yeah. Earlier this morning, the governor described it as a continued active search and rescue. So
Well, I hope they do.
At that point, it would go to search and recovery.
Search and recovery. But aside from that, I do think that, and I don't have that much. You're right. I'm having too much faith in America because I really hate the way that people do shit in this country. So you're right. Fuck it. It's gonna be 20 years.
And it's not even about having faith in America. It's just like this is just it's a major disaster. And so like I said, in an already stressed infrastructure system, and there was this whole budget put together to rebuilding the Key Bridge was not a part of that plan. So it's a whole other process. Is it going to be a new design now? Firms have to vie for that, or are they going to dust off the old blueprints and just rebuild it like it was? You know what I mean? Like, but I
don't think they should rebuild it like it was.
Like Black Sea said, bureaucracy and red tape has this project out for 3 or more years easily. It's going to take some time, man. And yes, again, but we will say condolences to the families who lost loved ones.
Whoever lost a loved one, or lost anybody, I hope that these two brothers handle it with some decorum and tact and go forward and show that they can be bosses. They could be bosses. But I just people are saying it's more retrieval than it is rescue. Yeah. I'm Breeze JJ. I saw what you just said. I just went. All right, but aside from that, hey, that another sunny day in America. Damn. First, Trump gets the his dictatorship one step closer.
He got a dictator discount.
Yeah, I mean, apparently, and then bridges are collapsing from whatever is happening with the.
Well, speaking of collapses, and we're gonna transition to something else here, but you talk about some shit falling apart. Diddy. Well, when the feds raid your California and your Florida home, it was Florida, right?
I'm not sure.
Or was it New York? Either way, I think it was Miami, but they raided, I believe, definitely in California, Holmby Hills, and I believe Miami, Florida. They raided the feds, P. Diddy's homes. I believe the alleged charges are human trafficking. That's a big one. We used to call it pimping back in the day, but it's Miami. Thank you. We used to call it pimping back in the day, but
I don't.
Human trafficking. It always was. They say that and some sort of illegal gun distribution or ring or possession.
I tried to guns too. I tried to buy a couple guns off and couldn't get none.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
over on Insta, I see Lady DuBose, Dre Hype. Who's that? Cowboy NH. I see y'all, man. Thank you. Yes, both places. So yeah, Cali and Miami, both places raided. I saw pictures of both of his sons in handcuffs. I don't know if they were officially arrested. But what we do know, and hey, listen, everybody is innocent until proven guilty,
except for Trump.
It seems like midair while his places was being raided, P. Diddy was in the plane, and his pilot went like this, like they did that U-turn, like and now apparently he's in Cape Verde. I think his plane has been tracked to have landed in Cape Verde, where they have no extradition treaties.
I like that. I like what you know what? I like what he's doing. I like what
I mean, this is these aren't the actions.
I'm out of here,
man.
I am out of here. Yeah.
And it seems like he's left his sons
the whole
dry.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it real. I would do that. I would.
Yeah, fuck that nigga.
I mean, we can't all go down. That don't make no sense.
I gotta keep making the money.
I gotta keep. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to?
So Diddy? Probably did, huh?
No, I think that it's all set up.
Yeah, right.
I think it's all set up. I think no, I don't think he sold guns. Oh, I think he definitely sex trafficked. I think that but I just feel like all the attention they're giving him on this and the way they're aggressively going after this, it just seems like they're not doing that same shit with Trump. I gotta use that. I mean, it
Oh
seems
man,
like
no, these are two different things, bro.
no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's the same shit.
It absolutely is, man.
How is it not? Okay, people in the feed.
Well, sexually assaulting underage
Sexually assaulting Eugene
humans is very different than
sexual
stealing
assault
documents or
no. What I'm saying
inciting
is,
an insurrection.
I'm not talking about inciting an insurrection. What I'm saying is the aggressiveness of how they go after us, and I bet you he's not gonna get any kind of slack, especially turning the fuck around and going to a place where he's like, y'all can't get me, can't get me.
Listen, man, listen. We all know that the criminal justice system treats us differently, but I honestly I think I honestly believe it's useless to sit here and be like, well, why don't they do Trump like they did P. Diddy? It's like, bro, like, come on, man. We just talking about P. Diddy. Like, did the nigga do it? Is he a diddler or not? Because like this has nothing to do with Trump. Like, come on, man. Why we going like what's that gonna get us in this discussion? Right?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna get us. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna get us. Views.
I'm saying Trump's got his cases. Those are going down.
No, they're not. They're gonna get delayed until 2025.
April 15th, Alan Bragg will be in court.
I bet you won't. Hold up. All right, well, let's go.
The start of the trial is April 15th.
Hey, man, don't talk about it. Be about it. Let's bet all you people in the feed and everybody else is watching on his IG. I'll bet you they're going to move that shit back again because that's what they do. They white people that shit up. Just like they moved the other one and all the judges going to punk out because they bitches. Just like Merrick Garland's a bitch. It took forever to let this shit go down. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Over on Insta, Black Sea says Diddy dabbles diabolically. That's a new nursery rhyme. That's probably what he used to get the kids in.
Is it
Cowboy says, but doing that makes you seem guilty by fleeing. I agree. This doesn't look good for the man. Because he's got a couple dollars. He could fight the case, unless he knows something we don't know. But overall, I think I was talking with my mom yesterday, and she was like, "What is wrong with these people?" And it's just like it's too much power, more money, more problems, right? It's like, oh, now you've had sex with all the pretty women in the world. How do you end up at like kids? You know what I mean? Like they just must be bored, too powerful. Can do anything, pay this off, have so and so killed. It's just like this. Why I'm not into that billionaire, super wealthy shit. It's just like
I am
for the most part. It makes people stupid, bro.
No, it don't.
Yeah,
Come on, you ain't never
wanted.
Come on, Pedro, you ain't never want to have a sex trafficking ring and a gun ring. Come on, man, not once.
Middle school. Sure, right. But as an adult,
come on, man.
Bro,
come on.
You know what I'm saying?
All I know is that in high school, I thought about it. I thought, man, if I could just and then put out a couple hits.
When you're a kid, sure, everybody wants to be a pimp. You know what I mean? Run around with underage girls.
Hold up. Detroit,
when I was underage, but
Detroit is the pimp capital.
Hey, now
we're having
a renaissance.
Okay, but
Andrea C says, "Why was he fleeing and his sons were home?"
Because he had to have somebody take the fall.
Man, it seemed like you would want to go back and not leave your boys in the wind.
Yeah.
But,
you think they're gonna catch him? You think they're gonna catch him? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think that he's gonna stay out of the country.
They can freeze assets and all of that stuff. So
you don't think he got assets already? He's like Pedro, you don't think I got some shit down there already?
It's only gonna last so long, bro. It's only gonna last so long.
You know what he can do? he can open up one of those, beach bicycle shops.
He's gonna rent rowboats.
Is that P. Diddy? And he's up
Breezy
there like,
said he's a punk. So
yeah.
there was already the empire was already crumbling, or I would say it crumbled, and now I think he's just getting crushed under it. Miss says Kim K ratted him. Okay. I saw there was some dudes who were pulling away in a Bentley, and they were alleged to be P. Diddy's
I saw
neighbors. Young black dude, and he was like, yeah, he be coming in out here with 3 busloads full of young underage girls at like 3 a.m. It's weird, man. It's weird.
Yeah, but okay. Do you think that it was? You don't think it? Okay, let's put your conspiratorial hat on. You don't think it's a setup?
I mean,
they go after black rich men all the time. This is my conspiracy. A moment in conspiracy. Do you think that they like? Yeah, we're tired of this cocky nigger with all his fancy clothes and his fancy thing, and let's just put a sex trafficking thing on him. Yeah.
If you look at, really wealthy black people, right, who are, tend to be in, these behind the scenes entrepreneurs that none of us, the Bob Johnsons who started BET and stuff like that, like people's names a lot of us don't even know, right?
Right.
Because they ain't out here doing dumb shit, and ain't nobody coming after them because they ain't out here doing dumb shit, right? They're just doing regular rich shit, hunting pheasant or whatever.
Right.
But with somebody like Diddy, I mean, we've watched the lifestyle for the past 30 years, right? Champagne on women inside the hot tub. I mean, let's not play dumb people. We know what parts of hip hop. We all about to watch the Freaknik. If you haven't watched the Freaknik thing, we're gonna talk.
I haven't watched that. I don't know if I want to watch that because
we know what it's about to look like.
Yeah, they about to find
some bubbles shaking in the street, nasty things happening.
I didn't tell you this, Pedro. I'm probably gonna be in that documentary.
Yeah, man.
I was young.
Let me say, YT says, Shang, Diddy's own cameras are being used to see if he had underage girls in his boats and properties. I mean, we know this. Rich men fuck with young chicks, and the older you get, the younger you want them. Like that's how a lot of these guys are, bro. I work in Beverly Hills. You know how many times Diddy been in my restaurant, bro? Like we seen this nigga. Like I ain't seen underage girls.
I disagree from this standpoint. I'm being a devil's advocate all day today. I disagree because I like saggy old bitches. So, and I'm a little bit, I'm quite the celebrity. And I like the saggy old ones. I want a woman look like a bison that lost a little weight and the skin just hanging off her. That's what I'm into. I don't know what y'all into.
I'm good. That's all you, brother. Miss says, if you watch the Freaknik documentary, you're a snitch too. Well, guess who's on the cover? It's Miss. Yeah, she was Miss Freaknik 3 years in a row.
Wesley Snipes never had problems. What the fuck are you talking about?
Not like this. I mean,
but what I'm saying is, you don't think that there's a possibility. There's been situations where you see the record companies want the, Dr. Umar with his crazy ass said that there's a possibility they killed Michael Jackson because they wanted those music rights of the Beatles back. They wanted Prince to release his unreleased stuff, and he was like, nah, y'all don't get it. And all of a sudden Prince is dead. And then R. Kelly, okay, well, let's move past R. Kelly. But I mean, let's live. I mean, I got ahead of myself. But what I'm saying is, you don't think that there's conspiracies where stuff like that happened? I know I plotted on about 5 comics already. I'm trying to set them up and take them down. I know that's where I'm doing it. I got a list of comics that I'm already going after. Then I'm gonna ask a question, because obviously, you don't think so?
Well, this would all be speculation, but that leaves my mind to ask more questions.
Yeah.
The first one would be, well, what's Diddy's relevance such that he needed to be taken down?
He's an uppity nigger.
Yeah, but he he's not really influential in hip hop like that anymore, right? Like,
but they've been going after him a long time. Maybe they finally got some evidence of a busload of young babes that maybe they've been compiling it. Also,
Ted Cruz was sending busloads, or Jim
yeah,
Apple was sending busloads?
I think it could be. And you know who else I think is behind it? Antifa. I'm just putting it out there, man. There's a bunch of CIA agents that were in the bus. They were undercover as women. They're dressed as women going up there, and it's really CIA agents and the FBI trying to take down another rich black man and bring him down the ladder. That's what I think's happening. And when you get off this live, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna think about it. You're gonna think about it. It's gonna roll through your head. And all you people on his feed, on the IG feed, you think about what I'm saying. And I don't put it past them. I don't put it past them.
Yeah, Miss says they don't want to go after Jay, so they're going after the next best thing. I'm just like, I don't know what, it's not like P. Diddy came out with, a way to run cars off of air, or, what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what, it's not like he was about to whistle blow on an industry, anything or whatever. It's like, what would they, the powers that be, get from taking down,
Assets.
obviously,
Money.
I see we through the civil rights movement and whatnot, we see the not just conspiracies, but the actual they were conspiracies that were executed to either execute or take down black leaders. But
and
like, is Diddy a black leader at this point?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, he's not only is P. Diddy a black leader, Sexy Red is a black leader.
Listen,
right down to Pound Town. I'm trying to teach you.
Glorilla, listen.
Glorilla is a black leader. I look up to her. I know that.
It's no diss.
It's no 6'5". That's why I look up to her.
It's no diss to that, but hey, listen. First of all, we get, like I said, there's a whole bunch of like successful black entrepreneurs who live quiet lives, or but still rich and extremely wealthy lives.
So you don't think Diddy
that don't have to be on TV dressed like a Christmas ornament? You know what I'm saying? I'm a hip hop fan, right? So like, I grew up with all that shit, but at a certain level, that this is a game, right? That this is just like a facade that hip hop puts up.
I think you're hating on Diddy.
We shouldn't be looking up to them as actual leaders, especially for the imagery that we see on the screen.
What's up, Bonnie Chambers? I think also everybody that's on the feed on his IG, that's NEP, make sure you come over to our YouTube channel. Come over to the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Very, very important for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel and ring the bell. Click the bell so you can know when we're on. All you people in that I see the people in the IG for Pedro. All you motherfuckers. I need you to all subscribe to the YouTube channel today.
It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen now. Right on time is Big Ben Yosef. He says he is a distraction from the laws being passed by Congress. Now, I'll admit there are way more important things going on in the world, but for me, this is big just because while I don't consider him to be a black leader,
I think you're wrong.
Need to take down. He is an icon within my favorite genre of music. His music and creations have been in my ears since I was a teenager, and the same for all of us. So yeah, it's big in that sense. Culturally, it's a blow, but I do think if you want leadership, that there are still many lessons that you could learn from a Diddy, right? Like, go out, be a mogul, right? Create things, or just steal 80s beats and make them. He said that, what I mean? Do whatever. Get successful, get money, create companies, right? That man won Fashion Week in Paris one year with Sean John, right?
Right. Okay, but
there's many things you can do out there. But when the voice in your head is like, order a bus load of 13-year-olds That's when you stop, right? That's when you say,
Well,
"Hey, you know what?
no, but apparently
I'm
he
gonna
said
get on out the game."
no.
So like, there, you can learn as much about what to do as what
Pedro,
not to do.
Pedro, you can say that all day, but when he was thinking about it, and he said, "Hey, I order a busload of 13-year-olds," and you know where we would say no, he would say, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah." That's you see how with the all right. The point is, he was
Yeah,
yeah. No,
yeah.
I just feel like
There's a line, kids. Okay, go have fun, but damn.
no, I don't know. Oh, wow, our feet is just what the.
I did the exact opposite, Whitey. I said, when the voice in your head says order a busload of 13-year-olds, then you pull back on the reins. Okay. You turn off the music, you kick the DJ out,
And
everybody
go,
go to bed.
yeah, because I need some
Because
help.
I'm something wrong with my head.
Okay, and also the gun thing. I'm like, what the fuck was going on with him? Where that's part of it too. It's not just the sex trafficking, it's the gun thing. I'm like, God damn, Diddy, you really wanted to prove you was gangster. Well, now you gangster, and you're gonna have to stay in wherever the hell you're gonna stay. Because coming back to America, they're gonna scoop your ass right the fuck up.
Yeah, so I mean, it sounds like these charges are serious against him. As some have pointed out, like myself, running doesn't look good, but that is what he has done. When you bending corners in the sky, like, hey, turn this bitch around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I think that he should. I mean, I'm so racist. I'm not racist. I'm bigoted. As I say, how many white men have done that corny shit and gotten away with it? So that's how fucked up I am. I'm like, where you go, yeah, let him slide.
yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. But you can't with the kids.
I know.
If it's
If it was,
actually kids involved, then
if I
round
know,
up
if it was,
everybody.
I know. If it was, I think what the charges are is what makes us like, God damn, R. Kelly, God damn, P. Diddy, God damn, dude.
But like, and honestly, at a certain level,
What's up, LG?
Not to say that wealth will ever get you completely accepted into these upper echelons of society where they do weird shit, but Diddy was definitely in that place where he probably knew Jeffrey Epstein and all that shit. So and white people have gone down for this shit. They got this close to getting Matt Gaetz. Almost got away. But Epstein went down. He had a list, and and then he really went down. But yeah. Bonnie Chambers says Usher mom says. Ooh, now we're getting good information. She said Usher mom says she didn't have any idea that Usher stayed at his house. So not only he pulled a little bit of R. Kelly move, this guy graped so many young artists out of their money. Oh, so that's that's a financial assault. And yeah, I mean, I think at this point, you've seen the band. We kind of get this sense that Diddy is kind of
Diddy was an asshole.
a high strung guy.
He was an asshole. He was a Spengali. He was a person that started feeling himself to the point where he felt he could do whatever, and he had the muscle to do it. I think that the bottom line is, we talked about this today, and I just feel like, obviously, I was for the people that are taking me seriously, especially in your IG feed. Shut the fuck up. I don't mean that. Really, stop it. I think that if he did it, if it's fucked up what he did, which it is, you got to pay. That's it.
Hey, and again, everybody is presumed innocent until found guilty, or until you tell your pilot to turn this bitch around and go to Cape Verde because they ain't got no extradition laws. Then
okay, what would you do, Ben? What would you do if you knew that if you flew back here, they gonna arrest your ass? You know you did some dirt. You turn your ass around too. I see all the people in the feed on your IG. Hey, check this out. Anybody would do that shit.
You gonna leave your sons behind?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like they grown.
People would do that. All right, no, people would do that. Would I leave my sons behind?
He's like, I always told him, do as I say, don't do as I do.
Right.
And that goes for
but I would have never, even if I was in some corrupt shit, I would never include my kids. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'd be like, but then they obviously look up to him and look at all of the bling bling and everything, and they probably got seduced by it, like anybody. Why don't you think would you be seduced by that lifestyle? And
no,
there's something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, first of all,
exactly nothing in like it's the Bill Cosby joke. It's like, cocaine enhances your personality, but what if you're an asshole? Right. What if you're an asshole? That's the same thing with power and money.
Now, I don't know what we done to set off Miss. Obviously, her medication may have changed. She says, Pedro, I love you and that big-headed baby, but fuck both y'all.
What'd I say? What'd I say, Miss?
She said, we got to start over again. What you talking about? LG, on the other side of it, said, we spitting facts. So...
Okay, no. What I'm saying is,
what I'm
saying is that P. Diddy, if you're a young black man in Harlem and you're trying to get it on and you get it going, you're one of the biggest icons in music. Sometimes that stuff can make you nutty because you already had that little nutty seed in you.
Well, also that type of ambition, I always think there's a little bit of sociopathy in it. Like you're kind of, it's those people that are willing to do anything to make it.
What are you willing to do, Pedro, to make it in this comedy thing? Other than, what I'm willing to do?
Produce jokes.
Like, right.
Be good. What I'm saying? Like, write jokes, tell them to people.
Right.
Like,
be good at what you do and do the best you can. All of this shit is a crapshoot. Life is a crapshoot. You could be in love with somebody and they leave. You could be, all the shit bad can happen. But the bottom line is, you don't have to feed into it. I think that P. Diddy probably had that in him before he even made it. Whatever that, I think R. Kelly had that in him before he even made it big. And once you make it big, you just got access to everything. You could, what I'm saying? They probably ship pussy in and little boys or whatever they want. I mean, at that point.
Yeah. Bonnie says, P. Diddy don't give 2 cents about his kids. He'd rather for them to go down the drain and take his fall. He's a narcissist. Breezy JJ was like, he'll just make more kids.
Yeah.
Just start over. Rewind.
No. And you say he don't give a damn about his kids. There's a lot of people. Like there's people that will grab the kid. If a kid's falling over the boat, they'll jump into the water. And there's other people that wouldn't.
Oh, now I see what Miss meant by they'll have to start over again. Okay, I got you, kid.
Yeah, if my sons were in the water, I know me. I'm in the water with them. And I know there's some people, and my son's an asshole. I mean, I love him, but he's been a problem, but I still be in that fucking water. P. Diddy might not feel that way. So, I mean, why are y'all surprised? I'm not. It kills me when people act surprised. You mean P. Diddy possibly did some?
Really? Yeah, LG says that is the truth. Catch some of Diddy's tantrums. I always get what I want, and he was acting weird. Days of Joy says, yes, I knew a good friend that said he'd been like that. So yeah, I mean, it's like it's not stepping out on a limb that a celebrity did some weird shit and got too far, especially one who's like, a multi-hundred millionaire, can practically get whatever he wants, apparently has for decades. Now he's getting what he deserves. Yeah. May we always get what we want, but not what we deserve. Okay. But yeah, we'll see how this plays out. Apparently, I'm assuming right now Diddy's filling out some citizenship paperwork for Cape Verde to be a Cape Verdean.
Yeah, I mean, did your thing freeze just now?
Just for a little second, but
yeah, no. But we're gonna move on real quick. But I want to let y'all know something before we move on.
Why do you run to Africa though? Sorry,
I know. I mean, wherever they can come get you, I guess. Make sure that you guys do me a favor for the people that have seen this for the first time. Subscribe to the goddamn channel. It's very easy. That's how we do it. We want our numbers we want Club Shay Shay numbers. and Cat Williams,
We're so close.
we're that far from taking it over. So make sure you subscribe to the channel when you go to. You see it scrolling down there. You see it scrolling. Y'all see it scrolling.
Scrolling.
Yeah. Well, when you get there, do this. Ring the bell. Make sure you ring the bell. Also, I forgot to tell y'all this. Thumbs up work. It helps our algorithm. Give us some thumbs up. Go to the YouTube channel. Give us some thumbs up. Look at old, not old, but look at some of the prior shows. Never use old. Use prior. Prior shows, and go there and give us some thumbs up. Watch a couple segments. Whatever you need to do. Give us some thumbs up. You hear me? And I'm not. You know what I'm saying.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh?
If you don't do it, on all of y'all. So make sure you do that. And follow Black Pedro on the IG, Instagram, and also Comedian Shang, and on Threads. How's your Threads doing, bruh?
It's tattered Threads. And for those who don't know, Cape Verde is it's like off the coast of Senegal and Mauritania. I'll admit, I knew it was Africa, but I was like, where?
I knew it was Africa. I just didn't know it was that small.
This is just a little string of islands.
And P. Diddy gonna go crazy on there.
You call it an archipelago?
Yeah, he's gonna try to come back and fight it or something. I don't know what. But you know what? Fuck him. What's your no, really, for if you can like somebody's music and think they still an asshole. Like there's people that I met James Brown, and James Brown was out of his fucking mind. Come in, Mr. Brown. Okay, nigga, he started getting on my nerves where I was like, so you the comic. I'm like, man, yeah, I'm the comic. I was the warm-up for a show called Motown Live. I got to meet all these motherfuckers. I mean,
see you.
Yeah, see, and it's contagious. And I'm telling you,
I see you, girl.
A lot of these people get to a certain level, and even comics I know that are big name comics, you can see them get a little bit tweaked, a little bit as the money gets bigger and the privilege gets bigger, and even though they never get the privilege that Caucasian counterparts get.
More money, more problems.
Yeah, but I think people are nutty. I think that P. Diddy was already nutty, at least at the times I've met him. But I saw it in him. I just, you know how he didn't do anything like, so you got a little sister. He didn't ask me no shit like that. But I just felt like it is something in him, that was off. Yeah. When Kanye I knew he was a nut because I was about to beat his ass. Like I literally was about to beat Kanye's ass. I said, you can't take no more hits to the jaw, bitch. We already know what happened to your jaw the last time. He was, and of all people who fled the country too, Russell Simmons told me don't beat Kanye's ass.
There you go.
Because I was because he backstage, there ain't no guards, nigga. It was just us. You can't. Nobody can save you, dude. He was so fucking. And I think he makes some sense sometimes, but he was acting so like, get my washcloth and wash my ass kind of attitude. Like, I don't even know you, motherfucker. I just met you.
Should say to each other.
Yeah, you should. Two men shouldn't even mention that. It should be one.
JJ said, "Never meet your heroes, man. Ain't that the truth?" But all right, so we'll keep our eye on Diddy all the way to Africa.
I met Charles Manson.
Okay, that's a hell of a start to a sentence.
Yeah,
I met Charles Manson. We weren't officially introduced, but we were shoulder to shoulder at the vending machines in the prison visiting room. Okay. I was like 10, scary. I ran back to the table. Yeah. All right, Lady Hazel May. Well, I'm glad you survived that one, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that's why you shouldn't go to jail when you're 10, girl.
Yeah. What were you doing? Did you have a preschool candy extortion ring? Did you?
Yeah, just fucking stole all the chalk at school and was selling that bitch on the sidewalk.
Hey, a little bit behind on the Starbucks, on the Starburst. Last week, You were supposed to give me 2 Starbursts, the tropical ones. You didn't
you
get
gotta
it.
sell these Reese's before they fucking melt,
Hey,
all right?
like, let me tell you something. You don't get out there and you don't start moving these candy corns. I swear to God. I swear to God on everything I love. You see this little paddle? Beat you to death with it. You and
Lady
your
Hazel
mother.
May was one of those kids always selling candy bars for their basketball team.
Yeah.
And then she probably just the candy bar sold, so then she just started robbing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like, yeah, why is Hazel May pulling up in a Benz?
No, we joking. We know you was visiting somebody, Lady Hazel May. But yo, we're gonna keep it pushing, man.
What's your Black Pedro popping?
I got one for you. I came up with something. We mentioned it earlier, so might as well I'm gonna touch on it, even though I don't use it.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro popping in, hey, with another popping to let you know what's popping.
Oh,
hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another popping to let you know what's popping. All right, check this out, man.
Why you sound like Terrence Howard from?
Come on, man. We got to make it, man. Let me hear you say it. I'm in charge. Say it. I'm in charge.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
Listen. It's getting tic-tacky out here, man. We mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, that was a huge deal in Congress. Huge deal to them.
But yeah, basically Congress is deciding the fate of TikTok in America. Now they're saying it's not a banning of TikTok, but rather
a takeover.
Yeah, a takeover. They're trying to force the Chinese to sell their interest in TikTok. It's speaking of some mob shit. I would say that's it. It's like, it'd be a shame if something happened to your lovely TikTok store here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fire or a gas leak or something like that. So, in that sense, once I heard that, because I'm not a TikTok user. I have a little account, but I can't get into all of this shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't make it, then that'll be it.
I tell him all the time.
Yeah. But here's the thing, guys. Follow me on Instagram, first of all, at Black Pedro. Yes, yeah, I'm completely congested right now, YT, okay? What the fuck are you, an ENT? Goddamn, nigga, I got allergies, all right? The shit kicked in. I'm congested, okay? It's fucking pressure behind my eyes right now, okay?
Okay, hey, don't let him get you out of your game, all right?
Nice. We out here trying to spread knowledge. He's like, he sounds like he's got a bit of inflammation within him. Shut your ass up. I appreciate the concern.
But
here's the thing.
You know the details about it?
It's like if it goes away, it obviously wouldn't affect my life. I know that there
That's
are
not what I'm talking about.
The details of
the takeover.
I know they wanted to be sold to an American entity, right?
And not only sold to an American entity, but all of the data from all over the world would be Americans. And what makes them the same as the Chinese.
Well, that's what I said. Like when I saw that it wasn't about shutting down TikTok, but rather having control over it on the domestic end, I was like, oh well, they don't actually have a problem with the platform, just the control and access, and like you just mentioned, all of that user data, which they would love to use. They're just jealous the Chinese have it. And it's information about American citizens. So that's the game. It's not that they don't want the Chinese spying on us as much as it is they'd rather be able to do it more efficiently and comprehensively. If it did go away, it wouldn't affect me. But the other interesting layer is that there are people who make
a living.
They whole money off of this, and a lot of money off of these TikTok posts. And if the platform was ultimately banned here in the States, that would be a problem for a lot of people.
But you wouldn't feel bad, would you?
A lot of these people haven't developed any other skill other than
I'd be happy with it. Okay, let me say
whatever something. These little dances are y'all be doing.
I'm gonna let you know something. I would be happy with it. I would not worry about it. But the bottom line is, it's America pulling a Jack move. pulling the motherfucking jack move. They are definitely NWA, nations without nations with attitude. For them to just come in and say, either you sell it or we ban it. Who the fuck says that? But Americans. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Did you? They're basically saying we want all your shit or you don't or not. But the thing that China does do, I got it admit when I was watching the hearings. I was watching the hearings while I was doing some graphics, and the way they painted these dudes, I was like, wow. All of the bad stuff about America they dump into TikTok. When you see the Chinese TikTok, it's nothing but uplifting, technology driven, and math and
science.
And hey, new rerouting.
Communist stuff.
Yeah, they nothing but nothing, and the propaganda machine of TikTok, at least overseas, is different than here. Here, it's two black women fighting, and one pulls off the wig, and it gets 1 million views.
There's a list of restaurants they refuse to be taken to. It's
exactly right. Cheesecake Factory, but over there, a friend of mine showed me a feed from over there. Literally, it is bigging up their culture, bigging up their technology, bigging up not like just education, math, science, and so it's drastically different. Drastically, and also they said the kids here at least seem more addicted to it than the kids there, to the point where they'll commit suicide, where they actually threaten to commit suicide if you take away TikTok. So
they have restrictions on usage.
How many hours you can be on there?
Yeah, for minors, like they have you can only be on there a certain amount of time.
And if you're on there too long, it shuts you up. It shuts you down. Now I got flagged because of violence. So
that's a surprise, man. That doesn't sound like you.
Hey man, you know what? You should be allowed to say I'm allowed to punch.
Speaking of conspiracies to take down the black man, I think they got you all wrong, Shane.
I'm just saying I should be allowed to say I'm allowed to punch you in the pudding if you know.
The pudding ain't gonna feel it, you know what I'm saying?
No, you can't you can't say certain stuff, and also their laws with TikTok. I
don't know,
copyright laws or like they told me I can't put my own shit up from my own special.
Your audio.
Yeah, they would silence it. So
Miyu says, have you looked into who's interested in buying TikTok? Republican businessmen. I wonder what they would do with all that information.
They'd make it the same thing as Elon Musk, who just got his ass handed to him by Don Lemon of all people. Got his ass handed to him.
And then fired Don Lemon.
No, they fired Don Lemon, but I'm saying he got his ass handed to him. If Elon Musk will turn it into X, he'll turn it into X.
No, she said specifically Steve Mnuchin. Who was one of Trump's henchmen until it was convenient not to be.
I mean, think about that. Think about the power they would have if they had TikTok. If the Republicans ran TikTok, they could literally sway any election. They could sway anything they want because that's how powerful of a tool it is. So let's see what happens.
Now, Days of Joy says China cares about their people, and they know Americans like smut. They understand the market. Now, I'm not so sure. I'm not going to go along with this sort of utopian idea that China just cares about its people.
That's bullshit.
But they do have a more uniform idea about how to educate their masses, right? So everything with them is like streamlined. It's like everybody's doing this, and that's what we're doing. So, and yeah, they do understand that educating your populace would be better than having a bunch of dumb ignoramuses.
You mean Trump supporters?
And then they control a lot of news and information, such that
a lot of stuff that doesn't come out. But if you look at
what's going on,
if you look at how they go about it, though, Pedro, I'm gonna tell you right now, from the feed I saw and the stuff they did show in some of the stuff they had in the when Congress met about it, it really does make them look bad. So I mean, I was like, damn.
Make China look bad?
No, it makes TikTok look bad of how the propaganda machine of TikTok.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, and our algorithm is different than theirs. No, that's absolutely.
Yeah, they really do. They really do make Like I sat there for a minute and went, oh, that's kind of true. I kept doing that, but then I thought, still a jack move. It's still a jack move. They're still jacking it.
Oh yeah, well listen, like I said, it's no skin off my back because I see it, the sort of addictive nature of TikTok and things the things that come across my Instagram, I have to be careful with. That's why I started clicking on more puppies and kittens, dog. just to get some variety away from
I gotta stop with the big booty hoes.
Yeah, basically my timeline now is big booties, Black history, pit bull puppies, and kittens, and I try and find a balance there.
When did I say ejaculate? Oh, pudding. Punch you in the pudding. Yeah. I guess
I don't think that's the pudding he was talking about.
Yeah, no, that's not. Listen, I ain't gonna even address
okay. So Days of Joy says America controls the media too. They just do a better job of hiding it. I mean,
I agree.
I no. So what I'm talking about is like a government-controlled media outlet, which isn't what we really have here. Now, there are relationships, stories get put out, narratives happen, blah, blah, blah. But like, if you're telling me that like the government can't control, CNN and Fox, right? Like Fox was clearly, or they were under Trump's control, but clearly not under Biden's, right? Or Obama,
right?
Or anything
and also
like
news. If you look at Newsmax,
you also shouldn't call them news, but
Newsmax, which is hilarious. They got news and Max in the same fucking name, but yeah, it's all bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. We know that, but I don't think there's some puppeteer behind all of it, but I think there are puppeteers in different aspects of America. There's a lot of puppeteers, and the way that they put the imagery of Black people out in the media. When you look at how many drug movies and drug series were on compared to family series of just Black people living their lives and the dramas and up and down of just life, but instead it's always Snowfall or The Wire or Jail 2.0. I mean, it's always us. No, I'm serious. I wish I was joking. It's just about Black people in jail. And yeah, it's bad. It's so bad. And then you look at the Sexy Reds, where the Sexy Reds were about Booty Hole Brown, and that's the stuff they push. And then Pound Town and Glorilla say, yeah, my gonorrhea is green. I like, why would you even have that sentence come out your mouth, you goofy, untalented, unwrapping ass woman?
I'm trying to think of if I've ever seen my own booty hole. I assume it's brown, but why? It just thought like, how'd she know?
Yeah,
you looking back at it in the mirror,
or it's been filmed.
It's been filmed. That's why I'm like, it's one. And then you go watch the replay and be like, oh, my booty's all brown.
The Hodem propaganda.
What other color would it be? Black women don't have pink booty holes.
But if you got gonorrhea, it would be green. Ooh. Yeah.
Huh. Over on IG. Oh, Nikki, did you get banned from YouTube, girl? What you do now? But over on IG, Nikki's usually with us over on YouTube, but she said, Shang, shut up. You still gonna try to smash.
Not at all. I would never do it. I've turned down. See, they don't know what. See, y'all think y'all see me on here. Y'all don't know what. There's levels to this shit. All right. And trust me, Pedro been to parties with me around all these motherfuckers. And do I act like that? Not at all. In fact, he make fun of how nice I am. I'm like, yo, I turned down, when I was younger, I turned down celebrity pussy.
Shang will take the finest woman in the room and give her advice on how to get more followers on Instagram.
Keep it real.
You gotta post between 3 and 4 p.m. or nobody's gonna catch your post.
And put your titties away. I'm not talking about
I'm trying to get her to catch my post.
Okay,
it's up right now.
Yeah, no.
Well, listen, Shang, if you ever want to get down with the brown, Lady Hazel May says, well, Shang, is your booty hole brown? I eat the booty like groceries. Okay. And then she says, I'm dead serious. Call me. No, she says, I'm just quoting rap songs. I got you. Okay. All right. Enough about the booty holes, guys.
Wow.
It's tacky out there.
I rejected Paula Abdul.
when she
I
got
could
shot.
I could name some people. I really could name some people that I was vibing with, but then they said some crazy shit, and I went, you can say some crazy shit to me, and I go, your pussy ain't worth that. I don't feel like dealing with, Psycho Sally. Fuck that. I mean, there's a certain point where you want peace. I already am chaotic enough with this comedy shit and comics fighting with each other, people trying to get put on. Pedro know comics that we used to backbite the fuck out of him and then act different in his face. I mean, all of the silliness of this shit. I don't need extra silliness when I want to lay down with somebody. So I was like, fuck that. And so I disagree with you. All you people say in his IG feed saying I'd smash anyway. No, I wouldn't. Sexy Red, she looked like a tadpole. Like if like I would never be attracted to her anyway. I mean, if she was, I don't give a fuck if she was straight lace thing. If I met her at a debutante ball, I'd be like, fuck on, tadpole. Go back to the river.
Lady Hazel May wants names, dog. She wants you to drop.
I'm not gonna do that. I will not do that. But okay, it's true. I had access. I've been to all of the shit out here.
Yeah, man.
And trust and believe. A lot of these people you see on TV, a lot of these people, the way they act, they don't act like that in person. Trust me.
Sexy Red says, Miss says Sexy Red looks like Steve Urkel.
But she's so hoish and her songs are so bad. But these dudes that are pushing them are big name record executives. And that means it's on purpose. You know. And LG, I mean, really.
Never meet you.
Before I jump into my Shangri, I'm letting y'all know right now. There's a certain point in life where you want peace. And I got to that point. I was younger than Pedro. I was like 41. And I said, after the bullshit I went through with some people, and I was almost married once, which is somebody, and then another time when I was married and some crazy shit happened, I'm like, never again. Nah, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if your pussy like weaves gold bullion. I don't care. You're not nothing. None of that shit impresses me. Are you bring me peace, and are you a good motherfucker? And if you fine, great. If you average, fine.
If you fine, average. If you average, fine.
Yeah, it don't matter. So yeah, my shame. Now you got to jump in on it. My shame today is just I watched Breakfast Club and it made me just irritated with us. And I'll tell y'all. I don't know if you've seen this. Candace Owens got fired. You know about that, right, Pedro? From the Daily Beast.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Candace Owens got fired from the Daily Beast, and and
that was her badge picture. That was a picture on her badge when she walked in.
Yeah, they took her badge away. And Candace Owens now is doing all of the black outlets trying to come back home, as they say. I'm saying
she was on Breakfast Club, right?
Yeah, she was on Breakfast Club. I'm gonna say it flat out, bitch. You can't come back home. All of the shit you said, all of the stuff, the way you downgraded not only the black community, specifically black men. You could eat a planet of goat dicks. Okay. Is she black now? Exactly. So and I see.
Lady Hazel May said E.T. is cuter. E.T. made me cry for a whole other reason. This bitch.
Yeah, this like, lollipop head.
Onions on your eyelids.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, the fact that she's trying to do that, some black people say, I agree with her. She's made, hey, a broken clock is right twice a day. The fuck you talking about? Some of the shit she said pertaining to the reason that they asked her, Charlemagne asked her, why do you marry a white man? It's, well, I need somebody who can match my intellect. So you're basically saying that there's no black men that are at your intellect. She flat out said that. In fact, here's a picture of her and her husband.
Elliot.
Yeah. So No, you can't come back to the cookout. No, Candace, you've already had too much of a history of your bullshit. But this is the wild shit. She stopped fucking with them, and now her YouTube page has 1.6 million subscribers, and that's what we gotta compete with, basically, because she's gonna go on there. No, she's gonna go on there and spew her bullshit, and we already know that she's gonna go on and do that. And I don't know what y'all think, if y'all are a fan of Candace Owens, but I've seen her get roasted too many times and corrected too many times. Even though I don't like Bill Maher, and Bill Maher's turned into an old stodgy ass white man and a privileged ass white man that just wants to spew privileged ass white man shit. Even he roasted her on the 101 show. I don't like what T.I. as a stand-up. I like T.I. music. He beast moded her, and she said, well, he's fake because he acted nice off stage, and whatever. What he said to you was right. When was America great for Black people? When was it the point where we had equality across the board?
I mean, she's just a gaslighter, bro, and like,
and she getting money.
Like, yeah, I did know they what's
they
her name? Just Hilarious though seemed to pull her black card.
Oh, that was good.
She was trying to get her to recognize
the
line, and
God bless you.
I know this. What's it? It's not the ass up thing, is that? Shut your ass up.
When she said God is good. And
yeah, amen.
Amen.
I'll buy that for $1.
And so I'm not, and people say I'm going too hard on her, and I don't think I am. Some of the shit that she has said, some of the people that she backed, some of the things she said pertaining to Trump, some of the things she said pertaining not only to Trump, but white nationalists, Christian nationalists that literally want to see us push into the sea. And she down with them. I'm just telling you, this is just shit she factually said. And no, you can't come back. Sorry.
Over on IG, Amnificent says maybe Candace should ask Omarosa if Trump is hiring.
Woo. What?
Nikki says they can have Candace. We don't want anything in return. Yeah, I mean, I don't see this as somebody we have to compete with, bro.
No, what I'm saying is there's a lot of people. What's up, Taylor? There's a lot of people on the there's a lot of people on her nuts pertaining to the YouTube. But in this YouTube sphere, we do have to compete with that type of stuff, because she is going to talking about topics and political topics and whatever. There's a huge amount of people we got to compete with. But what I'm saying is all her shit she says, Pedro, and this is real. It's like that backhanded compliments when she even slightly says something nice about Black people. Everything she said skewed negative towards us. Now, there are problems we have that I did agree but there's a way to go about it. And even though Dr. Umar is a little bit out of his fucking mind. By the way, wow, I've been with her. No, I'm kidding. No,
that's one of the celebrities.
That's one of the I hit that. I had to.
Right.
See, look, I shared some shit with y'all I shouldn't have. God damn it.
I got a lap dance from her once at Crazy Girls, but that was it.
No, I spent days.
But who hasn't been with Superhead? Whatever.
Yeah, it's not
We're
like
talking about another Superhead, the extraterrestrial kind. But yeah, I'm glad she got fired from the Daily Beast. I hope she gets fired from YouTube. I hope she gets fired from a cannon and lands in Cape Verde with P. Diddy or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, she's one of those people that like we joke about her or whatever, but like I honestly believe her to be just a horrible person. You know what I mean? Like anybody, it's like if you really think and believe the things you're saying, I hope you swallow a blender. And if you don't believe the things you're saying and you're just doing it because you can be that Black voice that's saying the crazy white people things that they want you to say, then I hope a blender swallows you. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Either way, smoothie. I'd like to see her as a smoothie rather than as an entire person that we have to listen to.
Well, yeah, okay. She's not. What did somebody say? She's not a person. She's not what?
No, we have to see them as humans. She said she's not a person. No, but she is. She's just bad at it. Like she's got the arms, the legs, 5 heads. It looks like so.
Yeah, she do
Extra. There's something.
She's definitely. You would think her brain would be bigger, but I mean, people think that. Somebody said to me once when I was dissing her, I said that you can't. Okay, in the position she's in, especially on the Deadly Beast, which had 11 million, 12 million a pop, you can't paint every black person with that narrative, and every black woman with that narrative. Now if you look at all the black women that she'll prop up, the Sexy Reds and stuff where she talks shit, I agree with her 1,000% on that. Some of those people.
What did she say about that?
Oh, she said that's pretty much the mentality of black women.
Oh,
and that's the mentality of those black women.
I think we know what happened. I think we know what happened. We know what happened. I don't know her history, but I think we know. Actually, I've seen a clip. Of an old. There was a clip that went viral a couple years ago. It was like an old schoolmate of Candace Owens, and she talked about how like Candace had to like sue her school or some shit like that.
Yeah, she sued her school for the NAACP and got the NAACP to back her on it.
Yeah, but I see what I envisioned is a young alien new to this planet. She takes on the form of a black girl, but doesn't do it well, so she looks weird. Probably didn't have her hair done well, ashy. She looks like one of the black people that didn't know how to do black things. So like she would have ashy knuckles or something, like it got made fun of, is what I assume. And now just comes back and hates black people. You know what I mean?
Right.
That happens to something like we all talk shit about each other in public school, whatever. And you got to snap back, or then you be like, man, fuck them niggas, man. When they'll be rich, and I'm gonna say fuck all of them. I'm gonna come back
and some Republican,
and I'm gonna say fuck all y'all, man.
Yeah, and some Republican came behind her and put his hands on her shoulders. Of course, creepy like that went. Come with us,
Elliot.
And she said,
But yeah, self-hating. She is the
Tim Scott. I think is like that.
You say Miss says Google Pleakley. What is that?
I don't know.
But we about to Google
oh shit! All I know is that that some of the stuff she said is no coming back from. At least for me. I mean, but she's still killing it though. She still has it.
She's an asshole.
What?
That's Pleakley. See, I don't got kids. So I don't know none of these cartoons names no more.
I don't. My kids are older, so wow. I'm just saying. I think that some of the stuff she's done has been just suspect at best. So, but again, people think, oh, you're hating on another black woman. No, I just think that
she ain't black.
Well, she's a token for
blackness starts in your mind, my brother. Yeah. So first of all, you must be woke, and this bitch is on permanent snooze.
Yes. Wow. Hey man, hold on for a second. Had to give you that. No, I mean that's my Shangri. I just think she can't come back to the cookout. You're not invited back. All of you black, I know y'all want to get your numbers up. We'd have her on the show too, but I mean, it's got to be a point. But she'd get roasted. She would get roasted. I would absolutely go in on her with facts, not assumptions. For her to try to act like there's no moral center, and the person that they look up to is a rapist, and he has 3 marriages, 5 kids, found guilty of fraud, found guilty of being a sexual abuser, says he can grab women's pussy, all of that shit. And that's your moral fucking compass. Fuck all y'all. If you black and you like that motherfucker, fuck you too. Oh, he gave me some money with the STEMI. You're just dumb. You're dumb and you're not worth talking with. And that's it. Okay. Somebody says she wants ratings.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants
Nikki
ratings.
Says all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
I mean, that's the way I see it. So Savage AF, I just wanted to let y'all know. I didn't know if y'all knew that. And her getting fired, I don't feel any sympathy for her because she did say some things I felt that were anti-Semitic. And how are you going to do that with a company that is basically a Jewish company that said, no, you're not, you can't do that shit here. And she did say some stuff that was kind of anti-Semitic. Let's keep it real.
Lady Hazel May says, let's use our 6 degrees of separation and get Trumpy on the show. Now, you know what that would be. It would just be us making up names towards each other. He'd be like, so it's shameful Shang and nobody knows Pedro. And then I'd be up here like, you orange fat dick fuck suck whole Doug bucket.
It would be just like he said.
Just like nothing would get done on that show.
We would basically, the shit he said in one of his speeches, it would be a bloodbath. Yeah, like it would be. And then all of a sudden you see Secret Service come through behind Pedro. Get on the ground.
You hear the shattering of black.
Yeah, no,
there's a sniper on the roof.
He never wants to be challenged. I watched an interview with him, and this was a dude that was a Fox dude, and gave him the business. He gave him the business. So you didn't say you want to be a dictator. Well,
roll the tape.
And he actually doubled down and said that. And he said, do you understand that's fascist? And he says, you know what? I love the Bible. And then he said, no, I love the Bible. No, that fascist. What the fuck?
2 Corinthians.
Yeah.
That's the whole game right there. 2 Corinthians.
You can say whatever you want about old ass Joe Biden. He at least, and he does forget shit, and he is getting old. But the bottom line is, you can see the evil fucking permeating around Trump. And even though they just gave him a break of at least over $200 million, is if not more. What it's about 200 million.
250.
Yeah, it might be up there.
275.
Yeah, they gave him
275 off the top.
Yeah, they gave him off the top.
For the bond, that is.
This is how America works. So I unfortunately gonna agree with Pedro as we get out of here. This is the last year of America. And when the purge comes, and by the way, I got 2 things I gotta recommend. It is so bad, it's so good. Fucking Roadhouse. I watched Roadhouse. And Conor McGregor is hilarious in this shit. Never let me get too close. I mean,
is there a new Roadhouse?
The remake of Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal.
I was like, how is McGregor in that?
But you gotta watch it. That's one. And I'm telling you, this movie Civil War, white people are gonna use this as this is gonna be a training film for them. When you see the trailer, it's coming out, I think this weekend or next weekend. I'm telling you, it's
just in time for Easter.
Yeah, it's gonna be white people gonna be like, so that's how we can take over the country. I'm dead serious. When you see this shit, look for the trailer of Civil War and tell me that ain't close to what's going on right now.
Well, of course, that's why they made it.
Of course. Tonight, where you gonna be at? Tell them.
Tonight we are at the Historic Miracle Theater in Inglewood, California, y'all.
With your host and
Bar. I'll be your host. All the comics out there. I see a couple over on IG and whatnot, man. Just know that at the Miracle Theater, we got an open mic to pop off the show. That's gonna start at 7, and then the main show starts at 8:15.
Who's on the lineup?
I know I got Trey Love in there. Erica Rhodes will be on. She's funny. Trey's funny. I can't remember the other 2, but we got it. We got a lineup for y'all, man.
Yeah.
Pej, the homie named Pej is gonna be there, and then there's one other. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on that one. But what's on my shirt? You know what's on it. You know it. What up, though?
Okay, that's a good shirt.
It's a good shirt.
And then if you happen to be in Tampa, Florida, this weekend I will be in Tampa, Florida, at the Funny Bone Comedy Club. Previously, the Improv Comedy Club, and now the Improvs will be Funny Bones. So make sure that you come check me out. 4 shows. Come down to the show. Go to my website, iamshank.com, if you want to get tickets. Get your tickets now. Trying to make sure it's a banger. Shout out to everybody in the Bay that came out. packed out house in Livermore, California, packed out house in Sacramento. I feel like something's maybe the ground's moving a different way for me finally. So we'll see what happens. Well, I mean, it's been a minute. So thank y'all for being down with Savage AF. You rocking out tomorrow? Because I think that our Thursday.
No, tomorrow I won't be able to do it because of work.
All right, so we'll see. All right, so we'll see you Thursday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Make sure you tell your friends about it. And I tell you right now, there's something that Pedro got to let y'all know.
Hey man, listen. Before America ends, you could still maintain this routine.
Yeah, America is definitely on this down spiral
for your new life. Number one, stay black if you are black. Yeah.
But I can't really say that. Look at my hand.
Yeah. You come in all shades. Do not be black if you're not black. Okay.
If
you're a cracker, just stay a cracker. And then last but not least, even though I'm congested, I know I am, and you should too. Keep your finger out your nose.
Bam.